Wreck My Podcast.
This week, we discuss a movie 12 years in the making that probably should have never been made. Listen along as we talk about The Black Cauldron and revisit it as we possibly wreck our childhood. And I'm really sorry that we did this one because it's really bad.
Wreck My Podcast.
Welcome to this episode all about the animated film from Disney called The Black Cauldron. I'm here with my guest to talk about this today. His sword also glows and moves on its own. We have Cam.
Yeah, it does.
He's trying to get his hands on some munchings and crunchings. We have Kreger.
I could eat.
He's just a pig boy. It's Joe.
It's assistant pig boy.
Assistant pig boy. And I got more F's in high school than the name Fflewddur Fflam. My name is Jordan. Did you see how it's spelled?
Yeah.
It's Fflewddur Fflam. Fflewddur Fflam.
Fflewddur Fflam. Fflewddur Fflam.
Yeah. So we should really be calling this episode the Wreck My Lord of the Rings, not really
yeah.
Wreck My Childhood, because this was obviously a knockoff of Lord of the Rings.
Such a rip-off.
So much. So I wanted to mention here that this scared me as a kid, which is why we did it because of last week's
we talked about it
podcast.
last week, yeah.
But I guess what really scared me as a kid is how bad this movie was. Not necessarily like...
I mean, as a kid, some of the visuals.
It was scary, but this was a terrible movie.
No.
Like, how did I have the attention span to sit through an hour and 20 minutes
garbage.
of this?
It's hot
terrible.
garbage.
Because you're
Yeah.
a kid and we're just attracted to anything that was a cartoon.
I guess that's true.
Oh, yeah, like Lola Bunny.
They're just saying,
Hey.
I'm just a kid.
And my life is
It's
a
a
nightmare. All right, so I'm going to do my classic thing here where I give this movie, I give a synopsis of this movie in 2 sentences or less. So you guys ready to hear the synopsis of this movie?
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Turn back!
In a world
Why, you fools? Sorry,
in
go
a
ahead.
world where 4 people exist outside of an evil castle, those 4 people use a magic pig to stop the evil ruler from destroying a world that doesn't seem to exist except for these 4 people. And then they all have magical bacon. That's
There
what
were
we
only
did.
4 people in
Yeah,
this
there's
that's
no
it.
one in this movie. I was like, what is the Corn King going to take over? These 4 people?
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. And yeah, you guys didn't stay for the end of the credits, huh, when they cooked up Headwind afterwards. No, they didn't. Although that would have been amazing.
That would have been incredible. That would have made it good.
This pig has oracular special powers,
Yeah,
but he
it's-
tastes amazing.
Someone put mascara on the pig for its eye.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
that
know.
pig was gorgeous.
So crazy. So let's talk about this movie a little bit. So this was a Disney animated movie that came out on July 24th of 1985. Kind of cool animation.
No.
Also mixed with some really shaky animation.
Yeah.
It just
So-
looked like the artist from Winnie the Pooh made this.
Well,
style
here's the
stuff.
reason. This is the first time in any animated film that CGI was used.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They use CGI?
And
They used it
with the fire
the
and all that
fire
stuff. Yeah.
and the
Oh,
weird,
yeah, I
like when the
noticed.
undead army
Yeah.
came back
Yeah.
and
That's
everything.
Green and yeah.
So
okay.
I give them a pass on because like this was a brand new thing they've
Innovation.
never dealt with before. So this was the first animated Disney film that was rated PG as well. There were 2 directors. Ted Berman, he directed Fox and the Hound.
Oh, dope.
He
I love
also
that
was a
movie.
writer for The Rescuers, the first one.
Amazing
And then the
movie.
second director was Richard Rich. Great name, Richard Rich.
He was on a little TV show.
He was in.
Richie Rich.
Yeah,
Richie
He
Rich.
starred in Richie Rich.
Yeah.
He also directed Fox and the Hound, and he directed all the Swan Princess movies because you know we all watch those. And he did.
Nope.
He directed the animated King and I film that Disney did. So
What?
there you go. There were 17 writers credited on this movie. That was more than I've ever seen.
No, that's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Way
That's
too many
why.
people.
Yeah.
Way too
why it
many
was
people.
horrible.
Which exactly. And I'll tell you
that's the
this.
reason
So
why.
this movie, so this movie was based off of a 5-book trilogy. I forget the name. Like the
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. No, there's actually a separate book trilogy that's 5 books. That's kind of like Lord of the Rings, but this universe is called Pyrrhidon or something like that instead of Middle Earth or whatever.
All right.
They took the first 3 books and condensed them into 1 hour and 20-minute movie. That's why this movie has no real like anything going on. It's like they were trying to put so much that they put nothing into it. What was that, Kreger?
Oh yeah.
Kreger said something off mic because he doesn't like to share with our listeners.
Nope.
So let's talk about some of the actors here. There was literally no one of any note except for one person, John Hurt. He voiced the Horn King. People know John Hurt from Doctor Who, Snowpiercer, Harry Potter, Hellboy, the newest Indiana Jones and everyone's favorite, V for Vendetta, and he was Kane in the Alien movie.
Wait, who?
No.
Who is he?
John Hurt, he's a huge actor. You watch Alien, the movie Alien?
Do you know of the movie Alien?
What about Harry
Are you
Potter?
old?
He played. Damn it.
He played Harry Potter.
He played Harry Potter and Harry Potter. I forget who he
played
played.
the scar on Harry Potter's head.
Whatever. John Hurt. He's a
Okay.
guy. People know him.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to look him up.
It wouldn't hurt to look up John Hurt.
Hey,
I will
I
give
see
some
what you
names
did there.
just because we should give some other actor name here. It's Freddy Jones.
The other three
Freddy
people?
Jones.
Freddie Jones played Dalbin.
Yeah, he did.
He was in the newest version of The Count of Monte Cristo from the early 2000s. He was
Wow.
in Dune, and he was in The Zany Adventures of Robin Hood.
Ooh, zany.
Yeah, Nigel Hawthorne played everyone's Fflewddur.
Don't you mean Nigel Thornberry?
Nigel Thornberry. No,
No.
Nigel
Fflewddur
Hawthorne
Fflam.
was Fflewddur. The only other thing I knew him from was Demolition Man, which is a
Oh yeah,
great
Demolition Man's
90s
dope,
film.
yeah.
Oh, such a good 90s film. John Biner was Gurgi, or Golem, if you want to say. Gurgi.
Smeagol.
He was voiced some people in Angry Beavers, some people in the Rugrats, and some people in All Real Monsters. So he has a little bit of crossover with what
Yeah.
we're in here, but he didn't voice anyone of any note. So those are some of the actors. Literally no one except for John Hurt that I even recognized or thought warranted being talked about here. This movie had an estimated $44 million budget.
What?
$44 million. It grossed $21 million in America, and it made $4 million opening weekend. This was a failure.
Flop.
This was a Fflewddur flop.
This was a Fflewddur flop.
This was bad.
Did it say what it did worldwide?
That was also
It didn't.
that
It
was
wasn't
also-
released worldwide. It was only released
wow.
in America. Yeah. So you guys want to hear two conflicting taglines they had?
Yes.
Not really.
So movies have taglines. Oh no, I feel like I got a cough.
Oh no, don't cough up beer.
No, I'm just drinking on my throat's all scratchy.
This movie have two taglines. Googie wants to
I
hear.
don't recommend trying to drink alcohol when breathing.
That's
So-
true. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I
So-
had a bad experience.
So the
This is
first
taglines have munchies crunchies.
So the
Munchies and
first
crunchies.
tagline they had was 7 years in the making. In the celebrated Disney tradition comes our 25th animated motion picture. But then they had another tagline that said, magic 12 years in the making, magic that will live forever. Is it 7? Is it 12 years? How long were you making this movie?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for them to make
So
this
here's the
movie?
reason. They got the rights to the story in 1971 or 1973, but they didn't start making the movie until 7 years before. But it took them 7 years to finish this movie.
Well, yeah, that they were talking back then that it takes a long time to do animation.
Yeah, the animation takes forever, but nonetheless, that's still way
But
longer.
also
than
the
it should.
reasoning is because when the first version came out, it was going to be rated R.
Really?
And they made them
I want to
post-
see that version.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
No, only because you didn't have, like, PG-13 had just come out, so PG-13 wasn't
Right.
really used. So it was either going to be PG or R. There was nothing in between, and it was too intense because there was a scene that was cut. So you know when the undead army comes out and there's that scene where
Yeah.
the one jumps and it, like, apparently kills one of the minions,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
see it off screen. They showed the torso being cut in half, and then them cutting someone's head off, and then them infecting a guy where he got boils and warts until his skin fell off.
That would have been dope.
That's pretty graphic, but
Yeah,
they had to
that's
cut that part
gnarly.
out.
It's like
Now,
Indiana Jones right there.
now here's what's bad about this movie. This movie was
All of it?
This movie was all of it. This movie was finished, and the studio came back and said you have to cut stuff to make it PG. No one cuts animated films post-production.
No.
That's not a thing because you can only work with what you have. You don't get to
Yeah.
go do reshoots and add things.
No.
So that's why this movie just had everything going against it, and it showed. It obviously showed.
Yeah, and I was thoroughly shocked that the voice actress for the princess wasn't freaking Moaning Myrtle.
Why? You
Yeah.
thought they sounded very similar?
Oh, so similar.
I don't know Moaning Myrtle enough to actually have pinpointed that
Her
at all.
voice, yeah.
Just go back and listen to the Black Cauldron.
No, there you go. So let's talk about the plot real quick of this thing. Since I mean, I already gave it to you. 4 people, and that's it. No. So
Mixed with Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. So we meet Taran and Dalbin. They're pig keepers
Dalbin?
and assistant pig keeper. Taran.
But don't they only have one pig?
They have one pig. But
It's a very special.
first
pig.
I was like, what? Yeah, what's up with this pig? You know?
What's up with that?
What's up with this pig? They give you the fork, but what do you do? So Taran, who's our
That was a good
main
pig, I'm proud of you.
our main character, he wants to fight in a war and be a warrior.
Yeah.
He also sounds like Oliver
He
Twist.
sounds just like Oliver Twist.
Yeah. So why is the pig so important? I said, oh, he can see visions. Okay,
Yeah, by
cool.
putting his nose in water.
Yeah, which is interesting because pigs are so dirty they never go in water. So it only happens when you really want it to happen.
Yeah.
Taran takes the pig to hide because the Horn King knows where they are. And apparently this Horn King is a tyrant who wants to rule the world with an undead army using the Black Cauldron.
Wow, how
Even
weird is
though
that?
he's
It's like it's like the pig is like Frodo.
Yeah, it's almost like I actually
know
thought
what-
Taran
you
was
know
like
what?
Frodo and the pig was like the ring.
No,
pig-
well, yeah, but Taran's also kind of like Samwise because
That's
he's just
true.
protecting the pig.
Yeah,
Although
that's true.
Samwise looks a little bit more like the pig.
Was the Horned King not dead?
The Horn King, I think, was supposed to be like an undead
I thought
devil
it,
thing.
I, thought it was,
I don't know.
I thought it was a bad guy from Captain America.
Oh, I thought it was
The
the,
Red
bad guy
Skull.
from
Red Skull.
He-Man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Yeah, it looked like
there you
Skeletor.
go.
I think that this movie would be so much better if his name was the Horny King.
The Horny King. Oh, we'll talk about some horny stuff
Be
in a little
much
bit.
more relatable.
Yeah.
So my question here is: has this kid ever met another person before
No.
besides Dalbin? Because I don't
No.
think he has.
And like he over glorifies like, oh, I'm gonna be a warrior, and it's like, okay.
Okay.
What kid is like getting a hard on for like, I want to be a best warrior ever?
Taran is. So we meet.
You didn't have that stage in your life?
I don't have anything funny to say.
I only have the pig stage.
Yeah, the pig stage. We've all been an assistant pig keeper at some point in our life. That's part of growing up.
I live, yeah.
He's
yeah.
not even a pig
called
keeper,
working
he's the
retail.
Assistant calling
assistant
retail.
to the
Yeah.
pig keeper.
Yeah.
So we meet Golem, I mean Gurgi, and he wants the ring, I mean the apple.
Gary wants some Reggie
What
Crunches.
animal is he?
He's supposed to be a
No,
dog, I think.
you know what it is? He looks basically like the great grandfather to one of the dogs from Lady and the Tramp.
Maybe.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
I
like,
know
I
exactly what you're
spot-
talking
Oh, the
about.
one that
Freaking
has
on.
like a hard boner for the tramp when they're in the kennel.
Yeah.
Wait, is there anything other than a hard boner? A soft boner?
Medium.
There
boner.
are.
A medium boner?
Trust me.
Yeah. That's when you still want enough blood to get to your heart so you can feel, but you
Yeah,
want to
or
send
like
a
so
little
you
bit down
can
there too.
think with your
Yeah,
brain.
that too.
Yeah.
Use your brain. Who uses their brain? No one uses their brain.
I've heard of that.
So anyway, Hedwyn the pig is attacked by dragons. Woo! Taran goes after him to save him from the Horn King's castle.
Yep.
Taran goes into the castle and sees the minions, and one of the minions gives the cheers of "Here's to everybody."
Yes.
There's pet dragons and a busty lady, but just one busty lady there for the minions. Taran gets
What a
caught.
tease.
I know. Taran gets caught and uses Hedwyn's powers so that the Horn King doesn't kill them. But Taran escapes with Hedwyn by accident. Hedwyn gets away, but Taran doesn't, so he gets put in the dungeon.
Yeah. Hedwyn like falls off of a massive.
Yeah, and would have totally
tower.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We meet Princess Elwyn. She pops up in the dungeon because she's a prisoner too at the castle. Yes.
By the way, I was like, how is she so freely getting about and all this other stuff like that? If like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like,
You wanna know why?
ridiculous.
She
Because
was guided
we-
by her bauble.
I was gonna say no. She was guided by Navi.
What is with the random
Listen.
magic?
Listen. Yeah, Navi was with her.
Yeah, hit me with the Triforce, boys.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, Jordan wants in.
Much. I just made it a pentagram instead of the Triforce.
No, there's a special Triforce going on.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Except
So
that
we meet Princess
pentagram would
Elwyn
be
and
5
Navi.
points.
The princess, so they're trying to escape through like the bottom dungeon areas, and Taran finds this special sword on this king's grave.
Yeah.
And Princess Elwyn is very offended that Taran stole his dead king's sword for some reason. I don't know why.
By the way, this Horn King is very not smart. If he's like has this amazingly powerful sword,
Just
and he's
down
like,
there.
it's just
Well,
gonna stay
they
down
didn't
there.
lightsaber?
explain it. They didn't explain it, but in the story, in the books, it's because he took over this castle to use it, but it was a castle that hadn't been used in forever because it was a dead king's castle, so no one knew it was down there. Like he didn't go looking around in the thing, you know. He was just like,
dungeons.
yeah.
Why wouldn't he go to looking down there for more warrior
Because he
skeletons?
was just using it as a like a lair for the time being until he took over the
I
universe.
call bull spit.
I always
Yeah.
make sure to check them dungeons.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm more of a dragons kind of guy.
Taran uses a sword and realizes it's a magic sword, and he does ballet for some reason. Did you like that animation of him swinging the sword around
I'm
like
pretty
a
sure.
ballerina?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that was a nutcracker.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Taran, Elwyn, and now Fflewddur.
Fflewddur
We
Fflam.
meet Fflewddur Fflam, and they get away.
Fflewddur the pedophile.
Yeah, they run away. Yeah, he seems like it.
He's really
like,
creepy,
"Kid,
and
kiss my
his
children."
harp breaks when he tells lies.
Lies.
And,
Yeah.
and somehow fixes itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And keeps changing how many strings it has.
And also they just totally don't even address that. Just like, this is a magical harp that has no other uses except to break a string when it lies, and that's what
it's
we're gonna leave it
essentially
at.
Pinocchio's nose.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas' nose.
It's Pokio's nose.
Pokio. I love.
Pokio.
I love me. You guys, have you tried that new restaurant, Pokio?
Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
the
love it.
99-cent version of Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pokio. It's a Czech and German fusion.
Yeah, I love it. So they all get away. The dragons track them. They see Gurgi again, who helps them track Hedwyn, and while doing so, they get sucked into a lake where they meet the fairy people.
By the way,
this
that
part
was
weird.
That was so
That was
creepy. The kids' voices they used for those had to have been like
actually little
less
kids.
than a year old.
Yeah,
like
so
yeah, like,
little.
yeah, really tiny kids.
So when they get down there, the fairies have Headwind, and they protect him while they take Taran and the others to Morva, which
Headwind's a girl.
Mordor?
Headwind.
Mordor?
No, Morva. You'd think Mordor, but Morva, where the cauldron is to stop the Horn King. Now, when they get to Morva, they meet some witches who tune Fflewddur into a frog and back a few times, and Fflewddur almost dies in her boobs, which would not be a bad way to go, I guess.
That was a weird part to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, can we talk about the
The size of the boobs?
No, not the. I don't need to talk about the boobs. I want to talk about the trunk full of frog bodies.
Yeah, that were humans
Yeah,
Okay,
and they just
no.
kept all those frogs in
Yeah,
a trunk.
Also,
because they were going to eat them.
Also, they're so hungry they're going to eat him right away. It's like you had all those frogs. Like, if you just not eat them, like how many humans
Yeah.
do you encounter that you have these many frogs and you haven't eaten them already?
Yeah.
Because they all get lost in her boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They keep
It's a damn
suffocating.
shame.
Yeah. it is.
It's suffocating.
It's a good way to go.
So Taran decides to trade his sword for the cauldron because witches never give anything away for free.
No.
Cauldron's
Typical
powers.
witches, am I right?
Yeah,
Witches
right.
get snitches.
Witches get snitches. But we learn that the cauldron's powers can only be stopped by sacrificing yourself in it. So while they're deciding whether or not they're going to do that, the Horn King's minions find them with the cauldron and take them back to the castle.
Conveniently.
So now the Horn King uses the cauldron to make his army.
Yeah, he does.
Gurgi helps them by getting out of their shackles and then sacrifices himself to save them all, which
I
is
jump in the cauldron because I want to do it.
it's pretty much the Mount Doom
Yeah, the whole
scene.
scene.
Yeah,
It's
the whole scene.
entire scene.
The last line of his was, "You have many friends. I have no friends. I'm jumping in."
Yeah. It's so dumb. Anyway, Horn King attacks Taran, and apparently Taran only had to do a half-hearted kick to beat him.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, it was like a stupid little thing. That's one of the things they cut to. There was a lot longer fight scene between him and the Horn King with the sword and everything, or some sword or something like that. And they cut all that for that stupid little kick. The Horn King gets sucked into the cauldron, and the castle blows up. Now, here's a weird thing. He gets sucked into the cauldron gets sucked into the ground, and then a dragon comes out.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be the Horn King turning into a dragon? Because later we see the little gremlin dude riding the dragon and being like, the Horn
No,
King
that
is
was just,
coming
that
out.
was just the same dragon.
Just the dragons from the beginning?
He just the little minion happened to catch one of the dragons before it went in, and they flew away.
I don't know.
And he has a little horn.
That's
It
what I
seems
thought
so
as well,
dumb.
Craig.
Yeah.
It seemed dumb to me.
Well, no,
Oh,
the
well,
whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah, that goes without saying.
So the heroes escape. We have the line, "I'm not a warrior, I'm a pig boy."
Oh, because they want the cauldron.
Because they want the cauldron back.
Sounds
They-
like a
they
new
offer
song.
it-
Yeah.
They offer
I'm
the
not a
sword back to him.
warrior. I'm just a pig boy.
So Taran
I'm a
trades the
pig
cauldron back to the
boy.
witches, but instead for the sword, he trades it to get Gurgi back.
Yeah, he does.
And then Gurgi comes back. He comes back to life, and he forces Elwyn and Taran to kiss. # no consent. That's
None.
the
He
end.
just smashes them
together. That's the end.
That's how I like it.
This
Just smashed
movie.
together.
I'm just gonna say now. I'm not even gonna wait till the end to ask. Hey guys, did this wreck your childhood? This wrecked everything.
Yeah,
for
wrecked
me.
everything.
I
I
never saw it
remember-
in my childhood. It wrecked my Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wrecked.
Yeah.
It wrecked my Friday night.
I
Yeah,
thought.
it wrecked my Saturday. No, my Friday night. My Friday
Yeah,
night.
Friday night.
No, actually, I was watching it Friday night and I fell asleep like a
Yeah.
half an hour in.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I remember this being such a cool movie from when I was a kid, and I watched it, and I was like, this is terrible. That's exactly what I said right afterwards.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what you sound like.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still going to tell you guys some fun facts about this movie because, I mean, we need to
Yay.
do something to kind of...
We are so excited.
We are so excited
to
because
hear
we're at
these
25 minutes, and it's going to be the
exciting-
shortest episode ever.
World's shortest.
We can extend
We'll do a
it.
lot of B-roll for people.
We got a penis
Yeah.
pump. We can make it this thing bigger.
All right, cool. I like it.
Honestly, it's not mine.
So this is that's not my bag, baby. One book. This is my bag, baby, by Austin Powers. Anyway,
sign things just to keep things moving.
so this was the first Disney animated film not to have any music performed in it.
It's because of a terrible movie.
Yeah,
Didn't fit in the budget.
guys, I know Cam's gonna like this. Tim Burton was involved in the art department for this movie.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Tim Burton had a hand in it.
Get it?
Hey, Tim Burton also worked on Fox and the Hound.
Oh yeah, because
He
so
was
he
one
must
of
have
the
worked with these guys then a
Yeah,
bunch.
he was one of the lead animators on Fox and the Hound.
So this was, like I said, the first Disney movie to incorporate CGI.
Cool.
So there's rumors that Shigeru
Rumor had it.
Miyamoto. Do you guys know who Shigeru Miyamoto is?
Oh, dude,
Actually
we go
sounds
way
familiar.
back.
Yeah, he's the creator of Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
There's
Strike
rumors.
Force.
Yeah, there's rumors that he based a lot of his franchise on this movie. If you look, Taran looks a lot like Link. Eowyn looks a lot like Zelda in the
Yeah.
original incantations.
You're not
incantations.
And
of-
Navi's there.
And Navi's there. So I can see how people could have made this rumor, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but made this rumor that a lot of things are similar in Zelda as to this. This was the most expensive animated film made at the time. The guy who did composition for this movie also did it for Ghostbusters the year before.
Who you gonna call?
But almost everything that he did composition for got cut, and they put new songs in for this movie. And on July 11th, 1986, Tokyo Disneyland opened Cinderella's Castle Mystery Tour, a walkthrough attraction in which the Horn King makes an appearance. I mentioned this like a week or two ago on a
Yeah,
I
podcast.
think it was
Yeah.
last week.
I think it was last week. If you want to see a full video, go. If you want to go see a full version of someone diving into this attraction, go see Defunctland. I'll put the link up.
Cool.
He does a good job of it. But yeah, that's all my fun facts, and now I got plugs. So I mean,
right,
this
well, we
seriously was not a good movie. I thought this was going to be like a good topic to do,
Yeah,
and
it
this
didn't
was
have
just,
any substance.
No, nothing. I felt like I just feel like they needed to give us a little bit more world building.
Yeah.
It needed to feel like there wasn't just 4 people in this whole freaking world.
There was zero attachment to anything going on in the
Well, not even
universe.
attachment. Just let me know that the Horn King isn't just ruling over a bunch of fairies, 4 humans, and a bunch of forest. Like, what is he trying to take over?
Well, maybe
You already took it all over.
Guys, maybe the biggest villains in that movie were the witches because they had a lot of frog people.
They did have a
They
lot of
did
frog
have
people.
a lot of frog people.
They
They're the
Kickers.
reason there's only 4 people left.
Easy.
Only one of them had big
Joseph,
boobs, Joe.
Shaboobaloob, Cubis.
Shaboobaloob. Joe loves the boobaloobs.
That is correct, sir.
So
It's a soft little chuckle.
should I just do
That-
that?
because
That
it's
was
not
his
wrong.
nickname in high school.
Soft little
Soft
chuckle.
little chuckle.
Do you remember that episode of 30 Rock where they go back to Kenneth's hometown where he's from, and there's a fast food restaurant that sells a bucket of chuckles, and chuckles are just like fried pig buttholes?
No.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, and Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey get super sick from eating chuckles.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love 30 Rock. I
That's
can't believe I
some
don't
of us.
remember that.
I'll be 100% honest. I've never seen an episode of 30 Rock.
You need to, it'll
It's-
change
it's
your
pretty
life.
It's
good.
good. It's good.
Well, another good episode. Never mind. No.
No, keep going because now we're just going to talk about what
one
we
episode
want.
I really liked was that the girl for the daughter from Kick-Ass.
Chloe
Yeah.
Grace Moretz.
Yeah, when she
played Carrie too, huh?
Yeah, she did.
when she does an episode on that show, like her and Alec Baldwin are battling. That was a great
It's
episode.
so good.
Yeah,
And she's like in junior high.
yeah. Well, I think she's got to be like almost 20 now.
I love when they
Yes,
do the
yes.
episode.
Yeah, probably
I
now.
love-
2020.
I love when they do the
Bibs.
episode through Jack McBrayer's vision and
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
Muppets.
Yes, that episode's incredible.
Oh, maybe we should just watch this stuff on air. I was going to show you guys. No, I won't do that. No, that's me releasing the Black Cauldron from my belly because
That's
I don't
good.
need any more of it. Yeah.
proud of
Do we
you.
have anything
Did you get a vision?
else we can
I got a
talk
vision,
about?
a pig vision. Guys, I'm just going to end this episode. So you can check us out. Find us on
Yikes.
Instagram and Twitter. I know. This was
not a hoot.
This was not one of our finer points. So this is the first episode you're ever listening. Please come back and check some other ones out. Listen to Around Around Table. That's good. I just feel like
this is a PSA. Don't watch this movie.
don't watch the Black Cauldron. First off, if you've never seen it, don't watch it. If you remember it being cool as a kid, don't rewatch it. This movie just wrecked my childhood so much because I remember this movie as being such a cool thing when I was a kid.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
Given the option, would you rather watch Black Cauldron again, or watch
No.
Butterfly Effect 2 again?
Butterfly Effect 2.
Dude.
Black Cauldron again.
I would watch
I think
Black
I would
Cauldron.
rather
again.
Wait,
watch
which one?
Black
Which one was longer?
Butterfly,
Butterfly
Effect
Effect 2.
Yeah.
Then I'll take Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
You guys
yeah,
want to see what my
exactly.
reaction was when I finished this movie?
That's good.
So,
I like
mean,
that.
I guess that's a hot point right there. It's better than Butterfly Effect 2.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's one thing it's got going for it. It's better than Butterfly Effect. Man, we've done some stinkers lately of the, like.
Yeah, there's just
so
some rough
When are we
ones.
doing some good movies?
so we used to
Marvel.
only
I
have.
already called dibs on next week.
Yeah, we used to only have one episode a week, and it was this. It was the topic episode. And we used to do some good stuff, and we've really pulled some stinkers out of the stagnant, gross toy bin because
We just call those cauldrons.
cauldrons. Yeah, it's like because we did Butterfly Effect 2, we did this movie, What else have we done recently? I
We
know
did
we did Rocco's, but that
we
was
did-
fun. That was
Rocco
actually
was
War
good
Games
to do.
was flirting.
War Games was, it was close to not being good.
What was before Rocco?
Oh, man. That was Butterfly Effect 2, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, and then we did we had some good ones. So we did Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That
We
was
did
fun.
NFL Blitz. Those were fun.
Super Bowl.
We need to, the Super Bowl.
Hey,
although coming up
Oh yeah,
soon.
you know what I just remembered? My first ever game of N64 Super Smash Bros. Versus Cam, I won. It's so weird.
Do we need to have a rematch?
Yeah,
He'd
right.
destroy me. He would
I don't
destroy
have it
me.
with me
I
right
was
now.
gonna say,
No,
don't
it's
you
in
have
my
it here?
car.
We can
I
do
don't.
it.
Yeah.
in my
Oh, you
car.
have it in your car? We could do a
Yeah.
rematch real quick.
I mean, if you want to, we could put that on B-roll. It'd be like him smashing me down, but
Pretty much.
Just like last night.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, are you going to talk about this giveaway?
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
I got you,
people,
boo.
By this point, people have probably tuned out because we're so just
Slice this in into the middle.
Give it
I'll
away, give it
segment
away,
in.
give it away.
Okay, so we have
Advertisement.
a giveaway we're going to do for the month of March. So you'll be hearing about this from us a lot, and you'll be seeing it on our social medias. It is a giveaway, and how you can get into this giveaway is just go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. That is it, because
Yeah.
I'm going to be pulling the winner from the subscriptions of our YouTube channel. So it literally costs you nothing, takes you 2 seconds. Just go do it, and while you're there, maybe check out a video of ours, because we have fun on the video. I throw some video gags in there for people. Last week, we covered the Umbrella Academy last week.
Yeah, we did
Oh,
that.
yeah,
That's what we did.
That was a good one. That was
So
good.
I threw in a thing just for our video watchers of some credits at the end. And do you guys remember what your credits were? I think fried chicken was Cam.
Yeah, that was me.
Mine was disgusting. That's all I remember.
What was it?
It was something like oysters or like clams.
You're
First
about
off,
oysters, yeah.
and
Hang on.
clams are delicious.
I have it on my. It's on my Instagram. I put it. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. But I remember.
Oh
I put,
yeah, like onions and chives or something.
Oh,
like
it
that.
was livers and
mashed,
onions.
yeah.
It was chicken liver and onion or something.
What's
with
that
Krager.
from? I don't remember
Oh,
that.
I don't know. It's just something. And so.
I would take bangers and mash.
Talking of person we were talking about earlier.
Who?
Yeah, I'll show you guys in a sec.
Get
So.
in there, nice and deep, like.
So we did
Wreck My
here. It
Podcast.
was the Wreck My Academy. Sexy Chicken was me. Instant Breakfast was Cam Uldor. Liver and Onions was Kevin Krager Craig. Hot Potato was Joe Koo. Was First Unit Colfin Enterprises. Second Unit Mobile Tape Company. G Unit Ryan Buds. And a very special thank you to my dad's sperm. So see,
Yeah.
you can see some fun things in the video version of this podcast. So go check that out. Subscribe, and this is what you're going to be getting. I haven't mentioned what you're getting
Also,
yet.
you didn't mention the other ways to get more votes. If you send us a picture with wearing headphones that we think you're maybe listening to us, you get an extra vote. If you send us a picture of you with your phone and it has the visuals of it on there, you get 3 extra
Entries.
And if you send us a nude, you get like -5 entries. It's
Yeah.
nice.
I'll
But if you-
I'll give you like 5 additional entries.
But if you draw a stylistic nude of me, you
Ooh,
get,
like your French girls?
yeah, if you draw me like one of your French girls, you can, I don't know, I'll give you $1.
Browse the douche.
Robert
I'm
Kraft's
sorry.
like, my spidey sense is tingling.
Those dang Protestants.
Okay, so what you're getting, none of those are true. Just go subscribe to our to the YouTube, and you'll get an entry. It's this book. I'm going to put some pictures up of Jeepers. My father-in-law is a very talented graphic designer and artist. Artiste, and he came out with a book recently that he has signed to give away for the podcast because he likes the podcast, and it's just full. It's called Jeepers, Book 1, Aliens, Athletes, and Assorted Anomalies by Bill Wood. Now, this is really, really cool. He's done some movie posters of what he created his own movie posters, and of some movies that he's done. Is Evil Dead 2's in here, The Shining's in here. He's come up with a movie called Swamp Billies, starring Gordon Jackson, Connie McPherson, and Dan Mack as Uncle Cletus. I thought that was really funny.
Nice.
There's some comics in here. He was hired to do some stuff for the Sounders Football Club up in Seattle, so there's a bunch of stuff in there for that. And then also some rockabilly stuff he did for concerts. It's just a cool little coffee table book that has some fun artist stuff that my father-in-law did that's really cool. And the back of it says, here's a collection of my screwball artwork. Hope you like it. To be honest, $15 is a lot to ask for a small book with a few pictures in it. Hopefully I signed it for you. Then maybe I'll become rich and famous and you can parlay it into a small fortune. But this is highly unlikely, but you never know. Caveat emptor, Bill. So
Nice.
that's his little thing.
Parlay.
Yeah, he writes some other fun stuff in here. He's a really
I
funny
hate
dude.
parlay.
Yeah, so that's what you get.
When you
On this
let your
giveaway?
heart win.
Yeah, when you. Actually, there will be extra entries. How about this? If you
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, there will be. If you share one of our videos on your Facebook, you'll get an extra entry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just do that.
And if you, yeah.
And just let me know. Just message the Wreck My Podcast if you did that, so I can give you an extra entry. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers on YouTube, guys, so we can get a custom URL. That's what I'm trying to do here, you know? I'm just trying to make a buck in this world. I'm just a pimp trying to make it out here. It's hot for a pimp.
It's hot out here for a pimp.
So
When you're trying to make the money for the rent.
you can find us on Instagram and Twitter with the handle @WreckMyPodcast, or shoot us an email at wreckmypodcast@gmail.com. We're on all major podcasting apps and YouTube, obviously. Rate, review, and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe so you can get this nice little book here. If you want to support us and get some fun rewards, check out our Patreon by going to patreon.com/WreckMyPodcast. We have a new reward tier on there where for $100, we will let you come on the podcast and hang out for you for the day, and then Cam will take you on a date that night.
Yeah. I will. I'll do that.
He would
So-
take you out for whining and dining.
Yeah.
And all the
Wine you and dine,
crunchings
yeah.
and munchings.
So that's as close.
Yeah, for some
Crunchies and munchies.
Crunchies and munchies. We have 2 patrons right now. Ryan Buds, who has an awesome podcast called Trivia with Buds. Go check that out. And our mutual friend, Phen of Phen Enterprises.
And also, tune in next week to see if I do, in fact, become a Patreon.
Yeah, if Gregor actually becomes a patron of his own show. If you don't like us enough to be on the Patreon, no worries. We have a way that you can support us financially without paying anything out of pocket. If you go to our website, wreckmypodcast.com, you'll see an Amazon link at the top. Click that banner to go to Amazon just like normal, and anything you purchase during that session will give us a little bit of a kickback. Cost you nothing, but really helps us out. Thank you to Ben from Petrified Gumbo Music for making some of our amazing songs. You heard it at the beginning here. If you have a podcast or show that you need a composition for, hit him up at petrifiedgumbomusic.com. Got a weird name, but amazing music. We have themed episodes like this every Wednesday. I apologize for this one. It is terrible. But we have some good ones, so go check out our back catalog. We're going to have some good ones coming up soon. We also have episodes coming out every Monday called Around a Round Table, which is just us bantering and having fun. Cam did win this week, the title. He is our undisputed champion, and he's trying really hard. This is awesome.
This is bullcrap.
This is awesome. And thank you to my guests for being here
You're welcome.
and watching that movie. I appreciate that. And finally, you win some, you lose some, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
And we
And-
did Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
was
Umbrella
good.
Academy was really good. At least this was only an hour and 20 minutes out of your life. And finally, thank you to our listeners, because without you, we would be like a tree falling in the forest and wouldn't make any sound. Good night
Bye. I love you.
or good morning.
Do I make you Randy?
I like
Do
you.
I?
love you.
My name's Cam, not Randy.
Nah.
Wreck My Podcast. Wreck My Podcast.
Okay, guys.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna keep this recording
I
when
am
I show you
Walter Cronkite.
the stuff right now. Are you gonna go nicotine it?
That's
Nicotine
the
it.
way the cookie crumbles.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh,
No take backsies.
oh, my ears.
You know what I can do is I can climb a stripper pole the best out of all of us.
You can. You did a good job. I got to the top 2, but it took me way longer.
No, I was seriously
I have
like
not attempted.
I wanted to climb up that 2-story pole so badly.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
I think I could have easily.
But yeah,
I also realized that I probably need to take like a
already looked at
I
it.
probably need to take like a bleach bath because of all the
the germs.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I did shower, so there's that.
I know someone that probably needs to take a bleach bath too.
Oh, it's not recording, just so you know.
Oh.
Remind me at the end of the podcast, because I want to show you guys the Star Wars Always trailer. I want to show you guys the Hellboy trailer, and I want to show you guys Meet the Feebles, or Meet the Weebles.
Oh, yeah, I wanna see that.
Because
Was
I'm
this-
surprised you don't know it.
I have
Is
no
this,
idea
is
what
this
it is.
pretty close to how he looks?
Yeah. Yeah.
That thing's really cool.
Yeah, that's a cool book.
Yeah, that's my copy, so you can bang it around all you want, because I have the
Well, no, I'm
copy
gonna-
we're sending.
I'm gonna be
But
really.
yeah, it's
I'm
cool.
Gonna, I'm gonna
Like,
be gentle.
he does a lot of good art and stuff like that, so it's a fun little thing.
Dude, these are amazing.
Yeah, and he's going to sign the copy that we're giving away. And it says on the back, he's like, $15 is a lot to pay for a book, but I'll sign it, so maybe if I get famous one day, you can get a small fortune off this.
Krager, I will say I'm better at giving lap dances
Oh,
than I
you turned
am
it on.
at dancing on a pole.
Well,
I
I can
didn't
drop
turn
it
that
low
on.
better than you can.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know about that.
I do.
I watched you drop it low, and
That's
I
me.
could get lower.
You watched me the day after leg day, so
I don't even know what leg day is.
It's where you go to Disneyland
dance
and
the
you
salsa.
go to Disneyland and get a turkey leg.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, dude,
I've
I'm
been
great
very
at leg day.
notorious to get very low.
I get lower.
I feel like should I put up something on the screen or I'm just gonna leave it on this because no, don't. God dang it! Here, I'm gonna go to the far one so he doesn't have to look at it. There we go. Every time. Every time.
Because every time we touch, Craig's scared of Momo. Craig's scared of Momo every time.
Yeah.
Yo-ho!
Yahoo!
Wait, no, do your Yoshi.
Plum plum.
Oh, I love it.
Can you do Yoshi one more time?
Or we're gonna do our
Many people may not know this, but Kreger actually did all the voices for the most recent Super Smash Bros.
I did. I did not sign a great contract. I'll tell you what. He did not give me any residuals. Back.
Do your Eskimo sound.
A Princess
the ice,
Peach.
the ice timers.
Oh, that was good.
Twins bezel. I don't know.
Can you do Falco Punch?
Falcon Punch?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
What
pretty
about? I'm trying to
Show
think.
me your moves.
good. Show me your moves.
What about Game and Watch? Does he even speak?
I don't know. I'm making squishy sounds.
Can you do Kirby?
No, no one can.
No.
That's me inhaling.
And then fart out.
How about Pikachu?
Pika, Pika, Pika,
Whatever that thunder when he uses thunder.
Pikachu!
No, it's
Pretty good, Cam.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
do
God.
any other Pokemon?
Boba. Boba.
Bulbasaur.
That's pretty okay.
What about
That's okay.
Squirtle?
Squirtle. Squirtle.
Squirtle
Squirt.
Squad?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
that's pretty
that.
good.
My
hang
name
on.
is Stitch. Or Hannah and Family.
Does anyone know how to do a Scyther?
I got one for you. Koffing.
No, except it's coffee. And then Weezing's. What was that?
Weezing.
That was like the British version.
It's like gay bougie wheezing.
Remember
Like,
when
it's
I
just like-
couldn't say Weezing? I kept saying Weezer.
I
Like,
do remember.
like
Yeah.
8 months ago.
Yeah, 8 months ago, yeah, it was great.
Coffee.
Did someone say coffee?
Coffee?
Oh, should we talk about this really bad movie?
What's that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron.
Oh,
Here, I'll-
that one.
I blacked out.
All right.
Yeah,
you guys,
just Cauldron.
You guys ready to start this? We'll start it out.
Who are you gonna call Dran?
Black Cauldron.
Taran and Princess
No.
Louie.
Headway.
Hedwin.
Colon Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Colon Ghostbusters. Bring it back.
what was the freaking princess's name? Like
Eloise or something like that. Elowin.
Eloina.
Halloween. And then there was what? Fflewddur Fflam.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Fflewddur. Oh,
All right.
Fflewddur.
Fflewddur. Yeah,
Fflewddur Fflam.
Fflewddur Fflam. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. let's
Yep.
do
I
it.
gotta get in character again.
That was majestic, Jordan.
Yeah.
The hills are alive with the sound of cauldrons. Oh!
My name's Googie. Your crispy crunchies. I want your crispy crunchies. It's me, Googie.
The crispy crunchies.
Googie, sorry, she's my friend. Googie lied, but not right now.
He's a little pervert. He's a furry pervert.
My name's Googie. At first, I'm outlined in blue because they forgot to outline me in black. And then at the end, when I come back from the cauldron, Googie outlined in black.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, that voice was done by me.
All right.
Who is me?
Googie.
Headwind.
Wreck My Podcast.